Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome Her Excellency Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor to the Sunshine State, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sitting close to you, man, is the Governor of Ondo State, Arakunrin Oluwarotimi Odunayo Akeredolu, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Commander Order of the Niger, the Amotekun Generalissimo, ably represented by his Deputy Governor, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. Joining the Governor to receive you this day, we have the Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor, Chief Olubenga Ali. I recognize you, sir. We also have the Administrative Secretary, Office of the Deputy Governor, Mr. Ocho Idowu. I recognize you, sir. The Press Secretary to Mr. Governor, Office of the Deputy Governor, Mr. Kenneth Udushala. I recognize you, sir. Mr. Deputy Governor, sir, I know we have with us Her Excellency Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor. We have our Baba in the state, Chief Adioche. So the Registrar, Elizade University, Ilara Mokin, Mr. Ondo.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, like has been said, we have the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Her Excellency Mrs. Howard Taylor, visiting Ondo State, and specifically Elizade University, where she will be delivering the combined 6th and 7th commission lecture of the university at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ondo State, Honorable Lucky Orimisan Ayedatiwa. We have here today our father, our founder, the president of Elizade University, a force to reckon with, not only in Ondo State, but in the whole of Nigeria. His middle name is Doroka, and that is Chief Dr. Michael Ade Ojo. And let me also recognize quickly his better half, the loving wife, Mrs. Taiwo Adeojo. We have our Vice Chancellor that is invited, Professor Olukayode Amond. A member of the Governing Council of the University is also here with us, Mr. Bode Adeniji. We have the entourage of Her Excellency all the way from Liberia, but please permit me to introduce the Executive Assistant to Her Excellency, who doubles as our daughter. That's Benis Taylor. So after that, let me hand over to my sister, Mrs. Odofin, for the rest of the program.
Elizade University, Mr. Omololu Adegbero, I appreciate you, sir. Mr. Governor, sir, Excellency Chief Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, she is the 38th Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. She served her nation and people for over 20 years in many capacities, both in public and private sectors. Before assuming the office of a Vice President, she was Senior Senator from County as a member of the National Patriotic Party for over 12 years, with a resounding mandate from the people of Bon County to represent their interests, hopes, and aspirations, as evidenced by her election as a Senior Senator in 2005 and 2014. Her Excellency Chief Dr. Taylor was First Lady of Liberia from 1997 to 2003, during which period she founded and led the National Humanitarian Task Force to provide food, humanitarian, and medical services to thousands of Liberians who were displaced as a result of the Civil War. Her Excellency also advocated for and championed the creation of the Ministry of Gender, which is today the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection. Between 1996 and 1997, Her Excellency served as the Deputy Governor of the National Bank of Liberia, now Central Bank of Liberia, and as the President of the Agricultural Cooperative Bank in 1996. Her Excellency holds a BSc in Economics, Masters in Banking, honors an MBA in Finance, LLB in Law, a postgraduate diploma in International Relations, and an honorary doctoral degree in Leadership and Governance. Chief Dr. Taylor is a visible and a very involved stateswoman with a strong voice for gender equality, advocacy for formidable but quality education, a fair and transparent justice system, the improvement of accessible healthcare system, improved women economic and political participation, an accountable public service system, among others, and one of the best Liberia's foremost advocates for increased and improved opportunities for women of Liberia and Africa at large. She is now being called the Jewel of Africa. I welcome to the stage the 38th Vice President of Liberia. I recognize you, Excellency. I know you have one or two things to say to us in Ondo State.
Sit down. Not with this profile.
Good morning. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor representing the Governor of Ondo State, our father, the founder of Elizade University, his beautiful wife, officials of the university, including members of the Governing Council, members of my delegation. Sitting next to Bernice is Mr. T, she's the Deputy Chief of Protocol, and on the far end is Mr. Richmond, he is my press secretary. We want to thank you for welcoming us so warmly this morning. We came to integrate us African leaders who's leaving such a positive legacy as providing an opportunity for education. I believe education is the best gift that anyone can give, and he has found time to ensure that the legacy of education continues long beyond his whole life. I think that is a gift for Ondo State, and I'm just privileged and proud to be to the Governor of Ondo State and the Deputy Governor representing him, and to all of those who have received us. I'm truly grateful to be here. This is our first visit to Ondo State. I've been to quite a few states, but never on this end. And I look forward to a beautiful 2 days. It's short, but I'm happy that I had a chance to come. Thank you for welcoming me so warmly. I am truly grateful, Your Excellency.
Very much, Your Excellency, for finding time to visit the governor's office. We are most grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, may I invite our own dear governor, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Honorable Lucky.
Her Excellency, the Vice President of Liberia, Chief Mrs. Joel Howard Taylor, I recognize and I welcome you very, very warmly on behalf of my principal, the Governor of Ondo State, Arafoni Oluwarotimi Odunayo, the Senior Advocate of Nigeria and Commander of the Order of the Navy, who is unavoidably absent today. He actually looked forward to receiving you himself, but it was just yesterday he had a call from Abuja. You know this is our season, and so much networking and permutations and meetings are going on in Abuja, you know, considering the political activity we are in at this time. So he had to leave yesterday evening to Abuja. And he has assigned that I should receive you very, very warmly on his behalf. So you are welcome to Ondo State, the Sunshine State, because this is Sunshine State. So we are very, very warm here. That is our greetings, always very, very warm. And I'm sure since Baba Elizade, we call him, Chief Mike Adeojo, he's also from here. I'm sure he has also received you very, very warmly.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming. Let me also acknowledge those in your entourage, your executive assistant, that to be your daughter, Betty Taylor. You are welcome to Ondo State, and your chief of protocol and other members of your team. Let me also welcome the host. You know well, I don't know who is chief host, neither the state government or Elizade University, but since you are on his invitation, so he is your chief host. Chief Marker Adeojo, Mr. Toyota. Baba, you are welcome. And your army who happen to be my sister, Chief Mrs. Taiwo Adeojo, you are also welcome. Thank you very much. The VC, the registrar, and every other members of Elizade University, I welcome all of you.
Thank you.
Let me thank the Chief of Staff to Mr. Governor. He's our chief staff, so he's the Chief of Staff. You know, here we call him Triple Chief because he's a chief in the community, chief in the church, chief in the office. Chief thank you for joining me, and the administrative secretary of my office, and DFE press secretary, and my press officer. Wonderful. Where did you get that profile? Just now, huh? Of Chief Mrs. Joa. That was an intimidating one.
Yeah.
No wonder you are doing so well in Liberia. So I welcome all of you. Let me thank you for honoring the invitation of one of our elder statesmen to visit Elizade University on this their combined convocation. We know Nigeria and Liberia, we have a lot that we're doing together over the years, especially during the civil war in your country. Nigeria was there to support your country so that it can bring an end to the war. We are brothers. We are members of ECOWAS, and ECOMOG. You can't forget it. You know, the military generals from Nigeria heading ECOMOG, and we're able to work together to put an end to the war. We pray that there will not be any other war. Yes. And I also want to, you know, commend the people of Liberia that you are representing, at least for coming together after the war to develop the country. In fact, from your intimidating profile, you know, which I'm sure is in the public glare, it has revealed really who you are, what you have done and what you will still be capable of doing, which is part of what you are coming here to do at Elizade University that is domiciled in Ondo State. So we want to thank you for honoring the invitation and for coming. And there's no doubt the school and everyone that will be part of that convocation ceremony will be blessed by what you will say and what the advice you will give and your lecture or speakings. I know there's no doubt a lot of people will be blessed by that. Even the students that are passing now will be charged and they are going to the outside world. It's like giving them a wing to fly, because if you can attain, by the time they listen to your CV, they will be encouraged, they will be charged to also want to develop to the level at which you are today. Well, one of the things that we've been kind of advocating for in international relationship, if you like, especially in ECOWAS, is to move from ECOWAS of state to ECOWAS of people. And by providing this platform at Elizade University, I think is a step towards that. Because you have not come to Nigeria this time, you know, at the state, at the country level, state level as it were, Abuja, you know, and Liberia or Monrovia. But here you have come to the subnational, sub-sovereign government, you know, into an institution that is domiciled in a sub-sovereign locality, that is the subnational Ondo State, to interact with the people at this level and a higher institution through Michael Adeojo. That means there is a relationship between the people, Baba and Chief Mrs. Because if you don't have relationship, there's no way you can leave Monrovia and say you are coming to that small town, Ilara Mokin. But it's a big town now because we have that community will be further enhanced by your visit. Ilara Mokin, Elizade University, will give convocation lecture. Thank you for coming. And this is one of the things we are looking at, so that moving from ECOWAS of state to ECOWAS of people, which will actually help our integration, you know, and connectivity as Africans. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you will have, on behalf of Mr. Governor, I hope you have, you will enjoy the hospitality that Ondo State is known for, Sunshine State. And I'm leaving you in a very, very good hand. Our Baba, who is an elder statesman, you won't be disappointed. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. And on behalf of the government of Ondo State, we want to wish Our Excellency and members of our entourage a beautiful stay in Ilara Mokin. And when you go back, we wish you jolly messes back to your destination. We'll move now to Mr. Governor's stand to have a group photograph together. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon.
My own deputy governor.
Dr. Joel Howard Taylor, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. It is with utmost pleasure that I welcome you especially to Nigeria and particularly to the ancient palace of His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Alade Toyibo Ogunlade Alamudusi Ondo II CFR, the DG and the Paramount Ruler of the I warmly and respectfully ask our chiefs to please pay their homage before we continue. Once again, you're welcome to the Royal Palace of His Imperial Majesty. I'm aware of the fact that our time has been fast spent, so we are going to cut short the routine of introducing our eminent chiefs that are here. We're just going to introduce few and use them as point of contact to every other chiefs, Iyalaje and Iyaloja that have been waiting to receive your excellency. Once again, let me formally introduce His Imperial Majesty, the man who has been highly favored, a widely traveled man, an architect by training. He's a product of Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, United States, who has decided to yield the call of his people and come back home to ascend the throne of his forebears. His Imperial Majesty, Oba Dr. Alade Toyibo Ogunlade Aladelusi Ondo II, the DG and the Paramount Ruler of Akure Kingdom. He holds an honor of the Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. He is the Chairman of the Ondo State Council of Obas and the Chancellor of Federal University of Technology, Mina. Is the Prime Minister of Akure Kingdom, Senior Aishin Olufemi Olubodu. We also have with us Elemo of Akure Kingdom, Senior Aishin Shebu Atitipe. Seated next to me is Aishin Anthony Falowo. We also have with us the Asai of Akure Kingdom.
Who has reached you and reached all the Liberia people, all the Liberia people
He also came back from the United States to join His Majesty. He wants to remember where he's coming from. We also have with us a surveyor by training. He's a senior Aishin Surveyor Oluwole Omotayo. Aishin Oluwole Omotayo, and the Babalojas and the Iyalojas. We have the chiefs in the palace. We call them Agbaile Deji. I'm sure by the time you leave, that will be Adebero. He was going to do most of the interpretation of one of the most prestigious universities in the world. The university that we are all proud of. The university that Nigerians would love to visit. And thank God the founder is here. He's also a son of the soil and a very good friend of the palace. Anytime he registers.
His Imperial Majesty Oba Dr. Alade Toyibo Ogunlade Aladelusi, CFR, the Deji and paramount ruler of Akwa Kingdom. Distinguished senior chiefs and other chiefs, they are seated. Female and male chiefs of Akwa Kingdom. This day, I'm most privileged to present to this distinguished audience Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Dr. Chief Joel Howard Taylor. Her Excellency is in Ondo State on the invitation of Elizade University. The combined 6th and 7th commission ceremony of the university will hold on Friday, 21st October 2022. But tomorrow, which is Thursday, 20th October 2022, the combined 6th and 7th commission lecture will be delivered by no other person but Her Excellency, the Vice President of Liberia. I now introduce her. Please permit me to also present to this distinguished assembly the founder of Elizade University. We also call him the visitor to the university. I will call him Mr. Toyota, Chief Dr. Michael Ondo. Seated next to him is his adorable wife, Chief Mrs. Taiwo Ondo. Let me say this publicly, that the wife of the founder doesn't like being called a sheep because he has not taken the chicken title yet. But I want to use this opportunity to request Kabezi to confer one of her. Is that approved? Thank you very much. God bless. Now, next is the Vice Chancellor of Elizade University, Professor Olukayode Ahmad. And seated next to him is a distinguished member of the Governing Council of the University, Mr. Bodi Adediji. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that's all for now. Let me invite my colleague. I'm a chief Kabezi, the appointed of the Directing Law of the Registrar of the University.
Thank you very much. Please put your hands together for Mr. Ademiro, one of Chief Ademiro, I beg your pardon. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Your Majesty, without wasting much time, shortly I'm going to invite the founder, who will then in turn invite the Vice President to speak. And from what I've read about her, she's just one of the few people we look up to that combine religion with humanity. And from my profile, I observe that she's an ordained deaconess. She's a former senator, and she is currently the vice president. And for you to have seen all those titles and perform your work dutifully and diligently, it's a plus to humanity. We say thank you very much. Let me invite one of your close allies. I'm sure anytime Baba is celebrating, he must personally come to the palace and invite you to be part of it, no matter how small, no matter how big. And he's a man with so much respect. Our very own father, Chief Dr. I'm trying to recollect his title. I know he has so many titles.
Sir.
Michael Adeojo. We call him Toyota.
Your Highness, our visit, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, distinguished chiefs
ladies and gentlemen, I'm indeed very proud to be here this afternoon. And because of my relationship with Candice, I can have a big visit to my university, and you pay due respect. This is why we have planned that she must visit you before we go to our own kingdom. So, I'm really very delighted, and I'm happy to see you. I'm looking younger than I will come for the recipe. So, I'm greeting every other person present here for doing us the honor of your presence. I'm a native person. I know my relationship with this town very, very strong. So, it's indeed my pleasure to be here this afternoon to do what is necessary to do. And we shall, after here, be going to Ilara Mokin. So I cannot make the vice president to just walk through this city without a visit to the country. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here with us. And I pray that the unity that has reigned between us for years will continue. In Jesus' name I pray.
Your Excellency.
The paramount ruler of the African Kingdom, I am humbled to have such an opportunity to come and say hello to you and to members of your court. I am indeed grateful. Having read so much about you and all of what you continue to do for your people, I'm grateful. The rulers of Africa that are the owners of the land must come back after they've traveled abroad and learned. They must come back and serve and build the greatness of what Africa is. I'm truly humbled this afternoon. Permit me, Your Majesty, to present you with a small gift that I brought from Liberia. I hope as you see it, you remember that you have a subject also in Liberia. Your Majesty, usually the outfit is worn also by Her Majesty the Queen. So I could not leave her out. I brought her the fabric that she can put together so that when you wear yours, she will also be able to again, I'm truly wonderful.
Your Majesty, before you respond, I'm sure Chief Adegwero made a humble request. And I'm sure by the time you give your speech, you're going to give a verdict on that, which I know is going to be positive. And that is a request for the wife of the founder of the Elizade University. Maybe I say Chief Mrs. Taiwo Adeoju. It is time for Your Majesty to respond. Your Majesty.
The Vice President of Nigeria, you are highly welcome. Olórí, you are welcome. Only any title, Olórí is a title. The Vice Chancellor, you are welcome. Member of the board, you are welcome. The registrar, my senior chiefs, the high chiefs, other women, chiefs here present. Everybody, you are welcome. When I got the letter that Excellency will be visiting here, I was surprised, and that's my Papa. I told you. Since I came to the throne, it took me like so some. Calls me, cater for me, just like themselves. That university is one of the best in Nigeria so far. Bringing the whole vice president to come and give election is not that simple. The vice president of another country to come and give election, not organized by the whole country, just by a university. That must be a reputable university. And this is the 7th convocation, right? The school like the university has been there for more than 20 years. Their products, they don't do for job before they get it because of the kind of education they get. And Papa is not there to make money from the university, just want to give to the community. It's not making money for, you can just sit and rely with his money, but you don't want to give back to the community. So that university has exposed this area. He has placed us for an international map. And the computer with the international God behind the university. So anything that you are looking for to make a university like Harvard, MIT, maybe the best in Liberia too, you can find it right there. It's our home now. And I pray that Papa will live long enough to see the product, to see its product grow all over the world.
I know that you are not looking for bed. I will say that you will see the fruit of your own soul. You will, however rich you may be, all those products will come and welcome you and do what is right. That you train them well. I'm proud of you, Excellency. Thank you for coming to give this important lecture. We will still be around till Friday for convocation. Because tomorrow is the Ondo State August Council, which I'm the chairman. And it starts 11, and the election will start 11. So I won't be able to make the election to really apologize for it. But come Friday, you will see me with the attire you brought for me. So thank you very much. I pray that you never regret that you go to Elizade. And from today on, Elizade will be in another level. Amen. I wish you joy mercies whenever you go back to the great country, Liberia. Thank you very much. Thank you, Baba. And thank everybody.
We sincerely appreciate Your Majesty. And like I said, you will see him in that attire. And I'm sure Baba will also might likely put on because he's a chancellor of a university. So he'll also be coming to put on the academic regalia. So we'll be putting that into, he's also an academic. That's the way to put it. Because of the limited space, we are going to take few photographs, then we'll take the rest downstairs so that we can have a full photograph. I'd like to first invite His Excellency with His Majesty to take the first photograph and then to be joined by the founder and his wife, and then by the Vice Chancellor, and then the rest of us will move downstairs where we have a larger space to take the photograph. Thank you.
This is so translated.